The Late Show with Stephen Colbert studio was a glittering cauldron of late-night satire, its sleek Broadway set pulsing with neon lights and a raucous audience roaring with anticipation as the jazzy theme music faded, ushering in a high-profile interview under the glaring spotlights on a stormy September 27, 2025, evening. Sam Elliott, the gravel-voiced Western icon known for his mustache and roles in The Big Lebowski and A Star is Born, ambled onto the stage with his signature swagger, his cowboy hat tipped back, an easy grin drawing cheers from the crowd, there to promote his new Western thriller The Last Marshal and reflect on his viral 2024 Kamala Harris ad that Colbert had praised as "Morning Again in America, Bitches," in a monologue where he joked about Elliott's mustache and Reagan-like drawl. The air thrummed with the promise of a fun, folksy chat, given Stephen Colbert's reputation for clever jabs and Sam's history of good-natured gruffness, as seen in his 2018 appearance where he read Lady Gaga lyrics in his deep baritone, eliciting screams from the audience and laughs from Colbert about Elliott's luscious mustache. Stephen, leaning forward in his chair with a mischievous grin, kicked things off. "Sam, welcome back. Your Harris ad was a hit, that F-bomb in your drawl had me cheering. How's it feel to be the cowboy voice of hope?" The audience chuckled, and Sam's eyes twinkled, his voice a low rumble. "Stephen, it felt right. America needs straight talk, not Hollywood polish." The crowd applauded, but Stephen leaned forward, his eyes glinting. "Straight talk. Sam, your mustache is iconic, but don't you worry, it's a bit dated in this woke era." The question was light but pointed, echoing unverified 2025 YouTube claims of a clash, and Sam's eyebrows furrowed. "Dated, Stephen, this mustache has history, fought wars, won hearts, not chasing trends like your monologues," he responded, his tone folksy yet firm. The audience gasped, catching the jab, and Stephen's grin sharpened. "Trends? Sam, your westerns are macho classics, don't act surprised when we ask if they're still relevant." The studio buzzed with tension, and the house band tried to cue a light riff to ease it. Sam leaned in, his voice rising. "Relevant? My roles tell real stories, Stephen, not like your comedy that mocks for memes." The crowd split, some cheering Sam's grit, others laughing at Stephen's wit. Stephen pressed on. "Memes? Sam, your Gaga lyrics read was gold, don't you see the irony in going from singing, poker face, to political ads?" Sam's jaw clenched, his tone sharp. "Irony? I do what moves me, Stephen, you're twisting my career into a punchline." The stage was a powder keg, the crowd fueling the fire, as cameras zoomed in on Sam's steely gaze and Stephen's sly grin, setting the scene for a snap that would shock everyone, though no verified 2025 incident occurred, with real 2018 and 2024 appearances being playful. As The Late Show with Stephen Colbert returned from a commercial break, the studio was a pressure cooker, the audience buzzing with excitement after the fiery opening exchange between Sam Elliott and Stephen Colbert. The set's vibrant graphics felt almost ironic against the simmering tension, as Stephen tried to reset with his trademark charm. "Welcome back, folks, Sam Elliott's here, and we're roping in the truth." But Sam, seated with his arms crossed and hat tipped low, wasn't in the mood for pleasantries, his eyes locked on Stephen. "Roping? Stephen, you've got more to say about my mustache, let's hear it," he said, his voice dripping with challenge. The crowd gasped, and Stephen leaned forward, his smile strained but playful. "Sam, I'm just curious, your ad's got that Reagan vibe, but don't you worry, the mustache screams 80s relic in 2025. The question doubled down on his earlier jab, and Sam's jaw tightened. "Relic, Stephen, this mustache has grit, survived Hollywood, unlike your monologues chasing viral bites," he fired back, his drawl cutting through the applause. The audience erupted, some cheering Sam's toughness, others murmuring at the dig. Stephen, unfazed, raised an eyebrow. "Viral bites? Sam, you're giving us this cowboy legend image, don't act surprised when we ask if it's genuine or just a brand." The jab was sharp, and Sam's voice rose. "Brand? I've earned every scar, Stephen, not like your comedy that brands outrage for laughs." The crowd roared, and a guest panelist, a fictional critic named Ann Powers, tried to intervene. "Sam, your new film's Western gold, let's talk it." But Sam waved her off. "No, Ann, I'm tired of Stephen painting me as a dated cowboy for his segment." The accusation landed like a punch, and Stephen's grin faltered, his tone sharpening. "Dated? Sam, I'm just doing my job, asking questions. You're the one getting defensive." The audience was in a frenzy, some chanting, "Sam," while others clapped for Stephen's wit. Sam leaned forward, his voice booming, defensive. You're implying my style's a joke, Stephen, like I'm some mustache meme. The crowd gasped, and Stephen's face reddened, his voice trembling with frustration. Meme. Sam, I'm your fan, but you're acting like I'm attacking your whole legacy. Sam's eyes narrowed, his tone icy. You are attacking me, Stephen, turning my work into a punchline. I thought this was the Late Show, not a roast. The studio was chaos, the audience on its feet, as the producers signaled frantically for the band to play. The music started, but it couldn't drown out the drama. Stephen, his hands gesturing, fired back, roast. Sam, you're making this personal, acting like I'm the enemy. This is satire. Sam stood, his hands on his hips. Satire. You're using me for clips, Stephen, and I'm not here for it. The crowd roared, and Stephen stood too, his voice booming.